Have you ever wondered why churches across India are speaking up against a proposed law by Government of India? Is this simply about foreign funding, or is it about something much bigger than our schools, hospitals, orphanages, old age homes, and the freedom to serve society? In recent weeks, several Christian organizations, including the Catholic Bishops' Conference of India, the National Council of Churches in India, and other Christian bodies, have appealed to Parliament to review the proposed FCRA Amendment Bill 2026 before it becomes a law. They are not asking for confrontation. Instead, they are asking for discussion, transparency, and parliamentary scrutiny. So, what exactly is this bill? Why is the church concerned? And as Christians, how should we respond? Let's understand this calmly, factually, and prayerfully. So, FCRA stands for Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. This law regulates how organizations in India receive and use donations from foreign countries. Many NGOs, educational institutions, hospitals, charities, disaster relief organizations, and even religious institutions, they all receive foreign donations for social service. The government says the purpose of this act is to ensure that foreign money is not used against India's national interest, public order, or security. This is a legitimate responsibility of any government. But the proposed FCRA Amendment Bill introduces several significant changes. One of the most discussed provisions is the creation of a designated authority. Now, according to this bill, if an organization loses its FCRA registration, whether because it expires, is cancelled, surrendered, or renewed, or renewal is denied, then the foreign funded assets and certain related properties may come under the direct control of this designated authority. Let me explain this with an example. Imagine a Christian trust has been running a school and a hospital for 30 years. The trust received rupees 10 crore in foreign donations legally over years through FCRA. It also raised rupees 15 crore from donations within India legally. Together, that money was used to build school, hospital, and staff quarters. Now, suppose the trust FCRA registration is not renewed by the government. Then, under this proposed amendment bill, that school, hospital, and staff quarters built and controlled by the Christian trust could be taken over and controlled by this designated authority from the government. This designated authority could take control of assets that were built using foreign contributions, including assets created with mixed funding, that is, both foreign and Indian funds, subject to the provisions of the law, of course. Church leaders argue that this could affect institutions that have served communities for decades through education, healthcare, and charitable work. That is why they are asking Parliament to review the bill and include stronger safeguards before it becomes a law. This is where the discussion becomes important. The church is not saying that there should be no regulation. Instead, church organizations are saying that some provisions of the proposed bill may have unintended consequences. Their concerns include assets built over decades. Many Christian schools, hospitals, orphanages, and charitable institutions were built using a combination of foreign donations and Indian contributions. Church leaders fear that if an organization loses its FCRA license, these assets could come under government control even when they were built using mixed funding. Due process. Christian bodies argue that organizations should have sufficient opportunity to explain themselves before facing severe consequences. They are asking for stronger judicial oversight an independent appeals process, and safeguards against disappropriate penalties. Third, impact on social service. Across India, Christian institutions serve millions of people every year. Schools educate children from every religion. Hospitals treat patients regardless of caste or faith. Orphanages care for abandoned children. Homes care for the elderly and differently abled. Church leaders fear that uncertainty around funding and assets could affect these ministries of service, especially in remote and undeserved areas. Now, instead of demanding that the bill be withdrawn immediately, many Christian organizations have requested Parliament to send the bill to a parliamentary standing committee or another review mechanism. They want wider consultation with experts, legal scholars, civil society, and stakeholders before the law is finalized. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of India has also submitted a memorandum seeking safeguards such as judicial oversight, independent appeals, proportionate penalties, protection of charitable institutions, and transparency in implementation. The government maintains that the proposed amendments are designed to strengthen regulation of foreign contributions, close legal gaps, and improve accountability. Officials have stated that the bill is not aimed at any religious community and is intended to ensure that foreign funding is managed transparently and in accordance with national law. So, this is a matter that continues to be debated in Parliament and among civil society. As Christians, moments like these remind us that our first response should never be in anger or hatred. Jesus never taught his followers to spread fear. He taught us to stand for truth with humility. When we disagree with policies, we should express our concerns peacefully, respectfully, and within the framework of democracy. We should also remember that Christian service has never depended only on money. The early church changed the world not because it was wealthy, but because it was faithful. If laws change, our mission remains the same: to love God and to serve our neighbor. Whether we run a school, a hospital, a parish, or simply help someone in need, our witness must always reflect Christ. At the same time, it is also appropriate in a democracy for citizens and institutions to respectfully present their concerns and seek legal safeguards when they believe fundamental rights or charitable work may be affected. FCRA Amendment Bill has become an important national discussion because it touches questions of regulation, constitutional rights, charitable work, and public accountability. The government says the amendments will improve oversight. Christian organizations have requested greater consultation, judicial safeguards, and parliamentary review before the law is finalized. As believers, let us avoid misinformation and emotional reactions. Instead, let us stay informed, pray for our leaders, pray for the church, and pray that every law passed in our country protects justice, promotes the common good, and allows institutions that serve the poor and vulnerable to continue their mission. May God grant wisdom to our lawmakers, courage to those who serve, and peace to our nation. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you understand the issue better, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this beautiful channel. Faith over feelings always. Let us continue to grow in faith, truth, and love. God bless you. Amen.